Hi, I'm Ellie.
And I'm Charlotte.
And we run a bridal boutique in South West London called Ellie and Charlotte.
And we're going to talk to you about how to choose your wedding garter.
It's a little bit like the throwing of the bouquet. So when the bride throws the bouquet, the woman who catches it, she's the next one to get married and it will bring her good luck. The same thing applies to the modern tradition of tossing the wedding garter. The woman takes off the garter, tosses it over to the men, and then the man who catches it, he's meant to be the next one to get married and it will bring him good luck.
The main thing to think about when choosing your wedding garter is the sort of style of dress you have. Now, if you have a really traditional full A-line skirt, then it doesn't really matter, you can wear the garter. But a lot of the time these days, the dresses are a lot slimmer, so the wedding garter can be seen underneath. Or the underwear that you kind of have to wear underneath doesn't really allow for a nice sort of sexy shot of the leg. So you can wear them a bit further down as well, or put them on simply for the photo, you know, round by the top of your knee and do the tossing of the garter.
So really it all depends on what style of dress you go for, depending whether you wear the garter throughout the ceremony and the whole day, or whether you just sort of put it on for the photos, for the sort of traditional shot really.
Due to the tradition of the wedding garter and the fact it does go back to medieval times, it's quite a large part of the wedding is that the mother will pass her garter down to her daughter.
So on the evening of the wedding, the bride and groom would go upstairs to consummate their marriage, and family and friends would go up after them and actually try and grab something from the bride, a piece of clothing, or from the groom, so they could run downstairs and prove that the couple had actually consummated their marriage. Obviously the bride and groom would get really annoyed about this, so then the groom actually used to take the garter off the woman and toss it over into the crowd of people, so then they could run downstairs and they could use that as proof that the couple had consummated their marriage. Obviously that was a bit distracting. It doesn't really happen these days that a man and woman would want their family and friends in their room whilst they consummated their marriage. So a modern interpretation of this tradition is now in force, which is
you have to wear the garter on your wedding day, and that the bride will take it off at the reception as opposed to the bedroom, and it will get tossed into the groomsmen crowd, and that's where the tradition of the wedding garter comes from.
And the man who actually catches the wedding garter, that would bring him good luck and he would be the next one to get married. So a bit sort of similar like the throwing of the bouquet, but for the men.
And that's the tradition behind the wedding garter.